So Vinh Chi Hano.
Hey everybody, this is Prenz here, and I'm at Khemerak Pothiram, located at South Park here in Washington State, and I'm being joined with the very special Venerable Theavy Sok from Cambodia, and he's been living here for a little bit, and so I just want to get straight into it because it's September now, and we're getting into the Pchum Ben season here. But first, I would like to ask Venerable Theavy a few questions. Again, Venerable, thank you for joining me today and allowing me to ask you these questions. But I want to know how big is Pchum Ben?
Well, Pchum Ben, if we were to talk about the Cambodian traditional festivities in Cambodia, especially, it is one of the biggest festival, and which is also conducted in relation with the Buddhist culture, in relation with the stories of Buddhism.
So, what can people find out about Pchum Ben? Like, what does Pchum Ben really mean, and what can people expect out of the ceremonies conducted at the temples or monasteries?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to explain a bit about the word Pchum Ben. It is a Khmer language. Pchum, which means a collection or gathering of a Ben, mean arms or rice ball. So, hearing this language, these words, you can understand that it's a ceremony where people bring food, people come together to the temple, and it's kind of like Khmer potluck, they bring the food to the temple to offer to the monks in various monasteries throughout Cambodia. This Pchum Ben lasts like 15 days. But from the day 1 to the day 14, it is called Can Ben. And the very last one is called Pchum Ben. Actually, the Pchum Ben is only one day, which is the very last among the 15 days that people bring food to various monasteries to offer to the monks in remembrance of their ancestors. In another word, Khmer people here in the United States, they usually like to call it as an Ancestors' Day. It's a day which they remind of their ancestors, those who pass away, their relatives,
So between the first 14 days and the last day, the 15th day, what's the difference between those two?
For the 14 days, people take turn coming to the temple. Like, for example, if you stay in the area of Seattle, so those Khmer Cambodian families who live in the King County or Seattle part, they all take their first turn to come to the temple to make sure that the monk get the alms food for their daily. So the difference is that the Pchum Ben is the day like there is no any turns anymore. People come together, but it doesn't mean that if you don't belong to any day by your own taking a turn, so you can also come every day. Any day you are free, you can come and make offerings with the monks.
That's really interesting. And I know you mentioned about bringing like food offerings or not necessarily food offerings, but what are some other things that people can bring? If some people don't cook, or some people don't feel comfortable bringing food, what are some other things that are acceptable to bring as an offering?
Actually, anything that you would like to offer to the monks, even a bottle of water. It's good if you can bring water, juice, drinks, or even donation of budget to support the maintenance of the temple. That would also great.
I know that for me, I see people also bringing like toilet paper or like paper towels. Is that okay too?
Yeah. That is one of the 4 requisites that the monk really needs for their daily basis. We use all of those, the peppers, the napkins or whatever. Yeah.
So you hear that, everybody, especially for people like me. I don't know how to cook, so I'm bringing paper towels to the temple next time I go. A lot of great information here that I'm sure a lot of our viewers are going to love. There's actually one last question that just popped into my mind. You mentioned earlier on that Pchum Ben is tied to Buddhist ceremonies, right? Or it is a conducted Buddhist ceremony. But I also want to have our viewers understand who is actually able to participate in Pchum Ben. Is it just Buddhists? Is it just Cambodians? Or who can participate?
There is no discrimination whatsoever. As we know, as we learn about the Buddha's teaching, there is nothing to be regarded or discriminated in terms of race or religious belief. It's all about your way of life, how you can conduct your good action. So good action has no label. It has not a label like it is only for Christian, it's only for Buddhist, for Muslim. No, not at all. It's a purely way of life. It's a practical way, a good conduct that you need to perform for the benefit of yourself and those around you, for your well-being and the well-being of others. So this ceremony is not specifically designed for any particular race or religion.
That's really great. Thank you for that. Sorry, one more question here. If I have ancestors who are, or loved ones that passed away who are not Cambodian, will my merit transceive to them?
Yeah, for sure. It's all about the intention, the volition, how you perform good actions for your relatives that passed away. Just like I said, there is no labels in doing good actions. There is no labels in the way of life, no matter what you are, where you come from, what culture you follow, what language you speak, It's all the same thing. The way of life is the same thing. If you do good, you get good. If you do bad, you get bad, This is the universal law, the law of nature.
That's awesome. Well, I'll definitely be coming to Pchum Ben. So if you want to come with me, everybody, if you're in the Seattle area or you're Washington State and you want to participate in Pchum Ben, you're more than welcome to join me. I'll be posting the dates down below and the locations of where I'll be going. But I want to one more time thank you, Venerable Theavy, for joining me today and allowing me to ask you all these questions. If you have more questions, please list them down in the comment sections below. And I'm going to also list Venerable Theavy's contact information so that you can ask him questions if you have questions about Buddhism, Pchum Ben, or anything around those things as well. So thank you all, and thank you for joining me today.